What's up, guys and girls? Lazy Dragon here, and welcome back to our romp through Injustice Gods Among Us. When we last left off, the Watchtower had gone kaplooey, Batman had disappeared into thin air, and Superman was looking very sad. Now, we're playing as everyone's favourite bald superhero, Lex Luthor. As he casually pops some pills. See, he's still a little bit villainous. Even when he's the good guy, he's promoting drug use. Maybe that's why this game was awarded a 16 rating. Because of all of the people popping pills in pretty much every cutscene. And if poor children see these superheroes popping pills at every available opportunity that make them indestructible, they might think that every pill makes them indestructible. They'll be off taking hay fever tablets thinking they can fly, jumping off buildings after taking cough sweets. Fly, Lex. Fly away. But you had shields the entire time and you only just now thought to put them up. You deserved that, you bald moron. You're going to have to pay the damages for that truck, Lex.
Damage assessment. Reserve energy drain.
Fairly certain their insurance will not cover a large bald man in a suit of armour falling out of the sky.
How long? Full restoration. 15 minutes.
And conveniently, we can't fly again for 15 minutes. Almost as if we've got some fights and some cutscenes to go through again.
Humpty Dumpty fell through a truck. Humpty Dumpty's suit is all
Love the colour.
What could the rest of that limerick be?
it is quite
Humpty Dumpty's suit is all funky,
Step aside.
because the Joker is from the 1970s disco era.
Superman, your bestest buddy?
A deception created so I could aid the insurgency.
well then. How about we
Bruce
share
Willis was a secret agent all along.
help Mr. Luthor out of my suit?
You're not going to fit in this suit. It's custom made for Lex Luthor. What part of this don't you people understand? It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. It's very expensive, and it's custom made for a large bald man, not for Mark Hamill dressed as a clown. I think it's Mark Hamill doing the voice for Joker. I hope so. This is about the time in the story when you can see that they should have probably developed a few more maps before the game launched. This is the third time we've been in Metropolis. And again, we've just thrown clowns backwards through a skyscraper. So all you needed was like 2 more levels, that's it. 2 more levels and you could have stretched the story out just long enough without us noticing. Instead, you did this. So it's not as fun to beat up Harley on top of the Daily Planet when we've already beaten up the Joker on top of the Daily Planet. We need more newspaper skyscrapers to beat up clowns on.
Favor, Harleen. Stay away from him.
She can't quit. She's fired. Can't have your stink rubbing off on me.
What?
Oh, don't worry. There's a generous severance package. Joker.
My god, did the Joker just betray Harley Quinn? Wow. That's truly a twist that I never saw coming.
Thank me for this later, Harleen.
He just dropped that knife on the floor. So where did Joker get a second knife from? Is he like Deathstroke, just hundreds of knives in his butt? Every time he drops one, just pulls another one straight on out. You can't see me. I'm crouching. I'm the sneakiest man in a giant robot suit you ever saw. Look, like he's almost as large crouching as he is standing up. When other characters crouch, they lose a solid foot or 2 of height. When he crouches, 4 inches, maybe, at best. Look what I can do with my suit. But we've done everyone else's super move. Seems only fitting that we should do Bruce Willis's as well. That was actually an extinction level event right there.
Right idea.
All of humanity will suffer a nuclear winter because Lex decided to beat up a clown.
Try to kill me,
Harleen, no.
No, Harleen. Bad Harleen. Go sit in the corner. Think about what you've
He
done.
knew exactly which buttons to push. It's not your fault. It's what he does.
Would you ever share your feelings with Lex Luthor in a giant suit of armour? He seems like a very trustworthy fellow, doesn't he?
You've outgrown it.
Just the sort of face you want to open up to. And tell all of your weird clown romance secrets to.
He's on our side. Turns out he wasn't.
Take care of him. Keep him locked up this time.
That'll be the least of it. These guys will keep causing trouble. Go get Superman.
It must suck to be the Joker. He breaks out of prison, and then gets put back in prison by Batman. Then Harley breaks him out of prison, and now she's going to stick him back in prison. This entire story for Joker is just one game of musical chairs. In and out of prison cells. And that explains how yellowy Green Lantern fell through that roof. He was hit by a convenient jumbo jet.
Green Lantern, go help Wonder Woman. Really? I'll handle these two. Go.
Okay, flying bald man. Shall take your advice as you disappear off into the sunset, never to be seen again. How bad is Black Adam's aim? Lex Luthor is the size of a tank in that thing. How is he missing with every bit of lightning? I'll tell you one thing that doesn't miss, however. Homing missiles! They both died from that. The shrapnel from the missiles went through their skull. The next game will be about us travelling to a third parallel dimension in order to rescue their version of Hawkgirl and Black Adam, in order to replace the two that Lex Luthor just killed.
Belt. Give it to me.
A source of my powers? Like hell.
I'm
A
giving
flying woman who I just knocked out of the sky. Take your clothes off and give me your belt. Apparently Lex Luthor's trusting face doesn't quite have enough charisma to pull off that line just yet.
You're done, Hawkgirl. Overmatched.
I do feel bad for Hawkgirl in this game. She shows up twice, and every time she gets her ass kicked. I mean, I understand there's only so much you can do with a bird person outside of Rick and Morty. But she shows up, she gets hit in the face by Joker. She shows up, she gets hit in the face by Lex Luthor. Maybe she'll have a better run of it next game. Oh no, wait, she's not appearing in the next game. They replaced her with bloody Swamp Thing, which is actually going to be really fun. I mean, he's a giant talking piece of broccoli. Be great to play as. Kids all over the world will be crapping themselves in fear. The vegetables have come alive for them. Smashing. Looks like Hawkgirl's been grounded.
Like I said,
Haha.
overmatched.
Now he is going to strip this unconscious woman. Now I know why this game was given a 16 rating. All of the drugs and the rampant undressing.
Since when are you with them? Since the day Superman decided to herd us like sheep.
He only wants what's best for us.
We aren't his playthings. And he's no god.
Truly a philosophical debate that will stand the test of time. Should we keep following an evil dictator, or not? As argued by a bald man in a suit of power armour, and a little kid that can shoot lightning. See, I can shoot lightning too. I got a magic lightning stick just for it. I don't think Shazam likes my lightning stick. And a punch and punch and punch, and we royally screwed that one up. I mean, Lex, your entire super move is an orbital weapon, so why do you need to punch people in the first place? Surely just, like, slap a GPS vaguely near them. Exactly how many corners did you cut when building this doomsday weapon, Lex? Fairly certain if I was building an orbital death laser, I would not set it so that I actually have to slap a person before I can hit them with said giant orbital death laser. Try it again. That time we didn't even get to use the giant orbital death laser. Now I've said it too many times and it sounds weird. Giant orbital death laser, giant orbital death laser.
Comes from hero worship. Status.
Internal circuitry 60% damaged. Flight mode is offline.
Again? What did I miss?
See, Lex's suit was designed to stand up to Superman, right? That was the end goal. He built it so that he could fight Superman and eventually save the world.
Well then.
It is currently 60% destroyed from fighting Bird Person and Lightning Boy. How the hell did he think he was going to stand up to Superman? I mean, all of its flight systems were knocked offline by landing on a truck.
12 seconds.
I see.
God damn it, Lex, stop cutting corners.
1500 meters. Weapons lock in 7 seconds.
Yes, because Superman won't see that coming from a mile away. Great big glowy laser.
1 second. System spin. System spin. System spin.
Oh, Shazam, you silly bastard. Now, your one hope of stopping Superman is gone. But seriously, Superman has got, like, super sight. His eyes be really good, like. How did he not see the giant glowy death laser from Lex's arm this time instead of the satellite?
I trusted you. You betrayed me.
Lex Luthor betrayed you? My god, this story is filled with twists and turns that we could have never predicted. And again, one hit from Superman, his armour is destroyed. Did you build your suit out of papier-mâché, Lex? And just hope that Superman had such a respect for the arts and crafts that you wouldn't destroy it? Damn. Never ask Superman to choke you harder, because he'll do it. My god, you can hear all these people judging Superman for killing Lex Luthor. Be nice if any of them appeared in the cutscene. Look at those giant crowds of 0 people. And one sort of conscious, sort of concussed Shazam. I guess 3D modelling a couple of civilians would just be too much work.
The duplicates. They've incited insurrection.
We must suppress the
Chapter 10, The Flash.
This leads to anarchy. It cannot be allowed to spread.
And now all of the bad people are really, really sad
Shielded them.
because we broke Batman out of jail.
Do they appreciate my protection? No. They whine, complain, sigh.
I don't
with
think
those
people
criminals.
whining and complaining is a good enough reason to take over the world. I mean, I've met plenty of people who whine and complain, and I haven't started a dictatorship. Yet.
Metropolis and Gotham. I'll flatten them. Set an example.
Is going to flatten 2 whole cities just to set an example to people from a different dimension.
Pay for interfering.
I mean, maybe if they flattened our version of Metropolis and Gotham, it would have some effect.
Cities? Invading worlds and other dimensions?
You have a problem.
But destroying your own cities just seems a bit short-sighted.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And now Shazam, the person who stopped Lex Luthor from killing Superman, is getting angry with Superman for killing Lex
There
Luthor.
have to be limits. Even on us. Especially on us.
That's enough.
We can't do this. Have you gone nuts? Lois would never
He pressed the lowest button.
Just...
That's what you get, Shazam. Frozone. Okay, that moment there I still find incredibly bizarre. Because Superman just killed Shazam, straight up. Burnt through his skull with his heat vision.
Anyone else?
Now, as we saw, Shazam is a kid. Like, we've seen him transform into Billy Batson in this game, and Billy is still in primary school, he's not even a teenager yet. Superman just murdered a child in front of a bunch of superheroes, and this game still only has a rating of 16. To put that in context, Assassin's Creed 3 was given a rating of 18. Only people 18 or older are allowed to buy or play this game. Apparently, mentioning the word Native Americans is worse, according to the ratings board, than child murder. Exactly what sort of off day was Peggy having when they rated this fucking game? It's fine, we'll show a child get his brain melted on screen, but you can't possibly mention racism, that's terrible. You have to be 18 to understand that concept, but only 16 to understand child murder by heat vision.
Eliminated crime. Billy wasn't a criminal, he was a casualty of war. Acceptable losses.
Acceptable?
I let myself believe we were making things better. But we're not. I can't do this anymore. I'm done.
And now Flash is really upset. Again, at this point in the comics, all of his friends were basically dead. Green Arrow's dead, Black Canary is dead with quotation marks, Dr. Fate's disappeared, but no, it's Shazam getting lasered in the face that finally causes him to switch sides.
Barry, don't make me do this.
Which, from a story perspective, is kind of dumb, but it also means we get to play as the Flash, which is great because he's a lot of fun. I mean, look at him, just punch, and I've forgotten the combos. Hang on, will you stop beating me around like a rag doll? Give me a second. Punch, punch, punch. Kick, kick. Oh, super nut kick. Excellent, we can do one of those. Your helmet's still bloody stupid, but at least you can beat Greeny Yellowy Lantern.
What you do to Boss Man? Grundy smash, little red man.
Don't try it, Grundy.
Don't try it, Grundy. I have the high ground. Grundy's gonna hit us with his super move. Again, imagination sort of ran out when they came to Solomon Grundy's super move. Hits us with a cleaver, throws us, tombstone piledriver, literally. Again, put it in comparison to everyone else's super move, it doesn't quite measure up. I can hit opponents with a big knife and a very heavy rock. And for some reason that does the same amount of damage as Aquaman summoning a tsunami and then impaling people with a shark. But the Flash, once again, he proves he's the master by running all the way around the world in a second and delivering one hell of, well, actually two hells of an uppercut. Two hells? No, that doesn't make sense. Why does he hit them twice? Why does he jump behind them? Just run around and do the super cool uppercut. Jumping behind them makes you look like a really shit ballerina.
Time for a detour.
As the Flash detours into a fireworks display, that's the end of his chapter. It's just him sitting in a field enjoying the festivities.
Yours is a heroic mission. It requires that you transcend your humanity, embody the highest One-Earth principles. Obedience, order, control. But those who defy the High Counselor's commands, they will be executed without qualm or hesitation.
Man loves to hear himself talk.
You can tell that they've gone evil because now they're just executing civilians in the streets. Whereas before they were polite enough to execute them sort of behind a door. At least somewhere where convenient superheroes couldn't see them. It's amazing that all of these grunts are exactly the same height. I understand that they've got the same armour and the same weaponry, of course. A unified army. There's got to be some sort of consistency between them. But how did they find enough recruits that were all exactly the same height and weight? Is there some sort of amazing new diet that everyone in this parallel Earth has to go on? Superman's version of the Aryan Master Race are a bunch of dudes that are 5'10" and a bit stocky.
Poor timing, don't
I guess we found his type.
Right. I should have done this sooner.
Once again, Flash, too late. It's a bit of a recurring theme for the fastest man alive. Get on the motorbike, Flash. Why that does more damage than one of your supercharged punches, I do not know. I mean, that bike can't have been going faster than sort of 30 miles an hour. From a standing start, we hit him after, I don't know, like 0.25 of a second. And then it still manages to do more damage than, well, a supercharged nut kick.
Can't leave you just lying there.
Most superheroes would arrest their villains. Now Flash entombs them. Sinestro can't actually get out of that. What if his power ring had run out of charge? He would die in there. Just no food, no water. Nobody else knows he's in there. Years from now, Bruce Wayne will go back to his house, open that mausoleum and go, "Oh, Black Canary." Oh no, that's not what it'll go. He'll go, "Oh, a corpse." Sorry, there was the one reference to Black Canary this game has.
In the flesh.
Where's Batman? My Batman.
He's off somewhere not being a murderer.
Oh, come on, Ollie. You know you can't hit me.
Wasn't trying to.
Every time he falls for this. Every time. Why do super speedsters always grab the arrow? They know it's going to explode. Why not just dodge it or throw it away? Don't hold on to the bloody thing. If I caught a grenade, I wouldn't sit there and monologue for a bit waiting for it to blow up. I'd go stick it down someone's trousers, somewhere safe where other people can't be hurt. Oh, okay, maybe sticking it down someone's trousers would not be a good idea. A villain's trousers, there we go. That way you still get to be the hero. It's a good thing Green Arrow took his super pill today. We had no way of knowing if he'd taken the pill recently, or if he had any pills left available. Maybe he's run out. We quite happily threw him into the path of a giant drilling machine and hoped he would be okay afterwards. Well, that did not work. You're cutting it close, Flash. You're cutting it close. Do not lose to the Robin Hood cosplayer. There you go.
That's enough, Ollie. I'm on your side.
He's on your side, guys. He put his hands up and
I
everything.
need you to listen to me. I'm telling you, Gotham and Metropolis will be history. And then he's coming after your world.
I can't believe you do it.
Well, once again, that's 2 chapters wrapped up. By my reckoning, there are 2 left. So, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll be back before too long with the finale of Injustice. And of course, as always, if you've got any games you would like to see played on this channel, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. But until next time, farewell everyone.